Joining us tonight for News Vortex, I'm Jessica Bowman.
And I'm Matt Breen. As we close out Women's History Month, we want to highlight a few women in Siouxland putting their lives on the line every day for their communities.
KTV's Katie Koppel sat down with several women in law enforcement.
First and foremost, I think I was inspired by my mom because she went into engineering, which is obviously another male-dominated career field as well.
Law enforcement is often seen as a man's job, but that did not intimidate Valerie Rose.
I've never been stopped by that. I guess I've been discouraged by any gender roles or anything like that. If it's something that I wanted to do, I just went for it.
At the Sioux City Police Department, 19 women make up the 130-unit force, including Rose and Sergeant Lori Van Rokel.
We're lucky here because we have the support of the community that sometimes you see in the news that doesn't happen in other larger communities.
Female officers, she says, are often requested in certain cases.
There's definitely situations where people will call and specifically want to speak with a female officer, especially if it is a female victim maybe of domestic abuse or sexual assault.
From Sioux City, we head to Dakota County, Nebraska, and Lieutenant Penny Epting.
I was the Nancy Drew, Hardy Boys, mystery clubs, mystery solving kid. I mean, all the way through, so it was just a natural transition.
She was one of the first women to join the Dakota County Sheriff's Office 21 years ago.
Even back in 2005, there were some perceptions that were not necessarily generous to females. However, I think that we have overcome that quite a lot since then.
These women say there is a big benefit to having women on the force.
A lot of times we can bring that calming effect that not necessarily that males couldn't bring as well, but sometimes we're just more soft-spoken, so that seems to help.
Sometimes kids are more readily or easily able to speak to a female. Female victims in particular generally have a better chance to express themselves when there is a female officer present. There's just more comfort.
A lot of times we just have a little bit more empathy, and just the way that we're able to communicate, our communication skills sometimes can come in and de-escalate a situation or just put a victim at ease.
In Siouxland, Katie Koppel, KTIV News 4.
For any young girl or young woman with dreams of becoming a law enforcement officer, these women in law enforcement have a few words of advice.
Try not to get in trouble, or try not to get in too much trouble, and if you do get in trouble, just own up to your actions and take responsibility for them.
Absolutely go for it, and don't let anybody discourage you. Don't let anything get in your way. Set your goal, set your mind on it, and then just crush it. Just don't let anybody tell you what you can do. I think that's probably the biggest challenge this day is we get in our own way.
Follow your dreams, work hard, don't give up. Especially as a young female, self-confidence is probably one of the hardest things, but it can be done, and it's rewarding once you get here.
To watch these interviews with these women in uniform, just check out the story at ktiv.com.